Tantra is an ancient spiritual path from India. It is a practice for enlightenment and self-discovery, meaning that its aim is to help people have deeper experiences of themselves and what it is to be alive. I have the universe inside me, just as you do. Now, the key concept in Tantra is to understand this oneness by dividing it into two parts, the feminine and the masculine. So very similar to the yin and the yang from the Taoism tradition, but in Tantra, it's called Shiva, who's the male god, and Shakti, the female goddess. So we can feel this oneness when the feminine and the masculine come together and unite, which is what makes it suitable for couples. However, we can also feel this oneness on our own. Every person, no matter their assigned gender, has masculine and feminine within them. Giving is an action associated with our divine masculine, while receiving is associated with that divine feminine. Okay, so what does this really mean? We have this inside us. Well, the feminine, or the yin within us, the Shakti, if you will, is associated with stillness, intuition, feelings, creativity. So when you're embodying this side of yourself, you are similar to the concept of an empath, okay? You're absorbing the feelings and the emotions around you. You're living into a vulnerable, honest state. You're very transparent. Now, the masculine energy, the yang, or the Shiva, if you will, is defined by action and assertiveness. Think the type A within you, the power, the dominance, the goal-oriented version of you. Now, some days we may be living more into one or the other. Some days we may have balanced both. But it's important to understand that one side can't be ignored. We must embrace both to reach a place of true inner peace and oneness. So what this looks like on a day-to-day basis. Maybe on one day you are super goal-oriented, you are taking action, you're moving quickly, you're knocking things off of your to-do list, you are living in your masculine, okay? But that means that you need a little bit of the balance. So that masculine is that daytime energy, that sun energy. You need a little bit of the night within you, okay? You need to take some time to reflect. You need to allow those feelings, that intuition, to also play a role here. So in Tantric Yoga, there is a position called Yab Yum. So Yab Yum is a seated position. So the giver sits cross-legged, sits up cross-legged. So if the giver, let's say the giver is the male in this scenario, he would sit cross-legged like this. The receiver then facing him, straddling his body, and this can be done with or without penetration. So this is, of course, a great sex position, but this can also be done as foreplay, right? So maybe you're just sitting together in this way. What you can do is you can practice sexual breathing. So sending the breath to your partner's genitals, if you're the giver, and then practicing receiving the breath from your partner, if that's your position. So when you're sitting in this, instead of breathing in sync with each other, we want to send it back and forth, okay? We're alternating. So the giver exhales, breathing that into their partner's genitals, and the receiver inhales that up, and then they exhale it back out to the partner, okay? We're alternating in this fashion, and we're creating a circular fashion of breath, right? So then once we actually get into sex in this position, we've created a oneness between our two partners, okay?